Good afternoon everyone, or depending on your current time. So my name is Alejandro Billyjoe Mau Bere from Mayor SE and Accountancy. So today I want to bring to you the history of such a popular dish in Japan, or that is currently my favorite dish, which is called ramen. This presentation will be brought to you in three sections, which is first, the origin of the ramen; second, the popularity of the ramen, why it is keep increase in popularity until today; and third, the manner in which we have to eat it in Japan. So I will bring this presentation in 5 minutes approximately, and without further ado, let me begin the presentation. So did you know that ramen is the first noodle to be brought to the outer space? Well, it is the instant type actually, but it is still count as ramen. So ramen is being dated back from 17th to 18th century in China, and it is kinda originated from a dish called ramyeon, where the Japanese people kinda love this dish and they make their own version out of this dish and they call it ramen. So ramen is being originated from China between 17th century and 18th century, and it is originated from a dish called ramyeon, which the Japanese people kind of love this dish and they make it their own version out of this dish and they call it ramen. So ramen is being quick in popularity because the blue collar worker kind of love this dish because it is fast, cheap, and delicious to eat. So it keep rising in popularity, but until the end of the World War II, where the Japanese people kind of lose this war, and USA as the winner side begins the regulation in the Japanese country, in which they regulate the food ration in there, and they ban the ramen shop in this country. But rice took a long time to grow, and the food that the USA ration for the Japanese people is basically wheat, just wheat. So this made from wheat is kind of rise in popularity because their food ration is wheat, and this included ramen. So there are so many ramen shop kind of pop up from everywhere, but they are illegal, still illegal. But when the Japanese people kind of rise in the economy side in 1950, the USA regulation just kind of faded away, and the Japanese people booming in the ramen things, and this ramen kind of quickly rise in popularity too because there is some idea in Japanese people that if you eat the wheat-based food, they are so rich in nutrients more than the rice. So you are basically superior when you eat the wheat-based food. In 1961, the Momofuku Ando created an instant type ramen because he sees that there are so many line in the ramen shop, and he thinks why we didn't create a instant type of noodle. So he make this instant type ramen noodle from so many experiments to make this one, and he kind of figure out the way he make this ramen, which is frying this ramen, so they kind of less in water, so they kind of preserve so long. Until this day, the ramen is being popular in so many countries, including Indonesia, because of Japanese influence in economy and Japanese animation and entertainment, which is watched by so many people, especially by kids at the young age. And as we can see so many ramen shop throughout Jakarta, and throughout Indonesia, especially in Jakarta, where you can see in every mall, you can see one kind of ramen shop where they sell ramen. And yeah, so currently this is so because this is delicious, I want to share the manner in which they eat it in Japan. So in Japan, if you eat some ramen noodles, you have to slurp it as loud as you can. Why? It is considered as gratitude for the chef who make this. I know this sounds kinda ridiculous or sounds disgusting for us because the noise from this slurping is kinda disturbing. But yeah, this is the way they think it as gratitude. So in the end, I want to make some summarize for this presentation. First, ramen is originated from China. Second, ramen is being popular because it is cheap, fast, and delicious. And third, you have to slurp your own ramen noodles. So this is the end of our presentation. Thank you, and don't forget to slurp your own ramen noodles.